So good evening, happy Saturday. 1 week today, we would hopefully be rejoicing after a nice comfortable victory at Craven Cottage. 1 month from now, the transfer window ends, and 1 month from now, fans are allowed back to games, albeit it is going to be a reduced attendance. But it's the start of getting back to some level of normality. Don't forget, do stick the like on the video if you haven't already. Thumbs up all the way. Don't forget also, subscribe to the channel if you are new. We're really close to 45k, which is pretty relentless considering it's just gone whoosh in the last couple of weeks. So thank you very much. A lot of subscribers to the channel. The views have been lit. Also, I would really like you to go and follow my Instagram. We're trying to build that up at the moment. Obviously, there's nearly 45k of you on here. Swerve over to the Insta. Swerve to the Insta. We're on 12.2 on there right now. So thank you to everyone who has followed me on that application. But we're going to start off talking about this guy, Titty. Samuel Titty, a player that we've been linked to many, many times, and a player that's still on the books at Barcelona, a player that's surplus to requirements, that much so that they are prepared to let him leave for nothing. And he's not linked to Arsenal right now, but I wanted to ask you lot. Obviously, we've got we've got two, possibly three decent defenders in terms of centre-back positions. We've got Saliba, we've got Gabriel, we've got Pablo Mari. We don't know how good they actually are because we've barely seen them at all playing for Arsenal. In fact, one of them, sorry, Gabriel hasn't featured at all. Saliba's played 45 minutes against MK Dons, and Pablo Mari's played about 2.5 games. So we haven't really seen them in an Arsenal shirt a lot. But this guy, quality centre-back, real good centre-back. I just feel that, you know, even on a free, it's a bit of a risk because he has had them horrendous knee injuries. And, you know, we have got Mustafi, we've got Socrates who should be leaving next week. We've got other centre-backs, Callum Chambers and Rob Holding. Again, they should be linked to, or will be leaving next week, hopefully, fingers crossed. David Luiz has only got 1 year left at Arsenal, the current season that we're on. Skodran Mustafi is back into some level of light training. What do we do? Because obviously Rob Holding, Callum Chambers, Socrates, Luiz, Mustafi, they're not good enough. Should we go for this guy? Real talk. And then have 4 proper centre-backs that can actually defend, or hopefully can defend. I just thought I'd throw that one out there for you lot, because we have been linked to him many times over the last 12 to 18 months. And like I said, he is a very good centre-back. The problem is he is quite injury-prone, and it's not as easy playing for Arsenal as it is for Barcelona when you're dominating possession, making play, you know, 70% of the ball in most games, whereas Arsenal... at the moment, we're parked the bus, Arsenal. We actually play better when we park the bus. It's Mikel Mourinho right now, really, isn't it? Which is kind of ironic considering the amount of people who didn't want Jose. The best wins that we've had this season, or last season, should I say now, came from the back of parking the bus football, which, so you got to do that sometimes. Doesn't matter how you win, just that you do win. And if we're playing park the bus football, that means we're not dominating possession. Is this guy going to be any good? Should we even go for him? Should we divert our attention somewhere else? You let me know. Like I said, he is going to be free. Barcelona are letting him go for nothing. But leave that in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts on that. Let's move on to this guy, Said Benrahma. And they fully bottled the playoff final. He was very poor in that game. Very poor. He was actually kind of poor towards the back end of the season, full stop, really. And there is a massive hype around this guy. For me personally, I don't watch championship football week in, week out. I obviously do know who he is. And I have seen him play maybe 7 games, 8 games perhaps. I don't get the hype. I genuinely don't. But we have had a boost because we are apparently really interested in this guy. And we have been for some time. We have had a boost. And that boost is the fact that West Ham United have pulled out the running for him. They're going to divert their attention somewhere else. Obviously, they have Felipe Anderson at the moment. Again, another player that we were linked to the other day. And they want to get rid of him. They wanted this guy to be the replacement. They were even open to putting Felipe Anderson on loan, which I found staggering. Genuinely don't get it. But I mean, this guy's stats are pretty damn decent in the Championship. But I just look at it and I think, like, you know, I see Knockhart have really good stats in the Championship. He then came up to Premier League level and it was like, boy, you just flopped real quick, you know. Then he ended up back in the Championship with Fulham and now he's back again in the Premier League. So it's going to be interesting to see how he does next season. As for this Benrahma, I don't want him. I don't know how you guys feel about it. I'd love to know. Leave it in the comment section. I'd love you to tell me, because I genuinely don't get the hype around this guy. I don't get it. There's a lot of players out there that I look at and I think, do you know what? You've got a better end product, a better finish. You do it in the Premier League week in, week out. You score goals, you create goals. It's all well and good doing it in a lower league. And don't get it twisted. That league is hard that he's in. Literally 10 teams can win the league. But I just look at it and I think, like, you didn't really impress me much when I see you towards the end of the season. And you've got all the skill, all the ability and all that. But when it really mattered, where was you? You were missing in that final. I'm not too sure. Listen, 20 million quid, is it worth the money? I don't know. They said to want around 25 million quid. I think he'll probably leave for about 20 million, 22. I do think he'll leave. I don't think he'll be coming to us. Let me know what you think on that, because, like I said, do we even need another winger? You know, we've got Reece Nelson, we've got Pepe, we've got William, we've got Martinelli, we've got Saka. Do we actually need another winger? We need centre mids. So I'm still shocked that we're even linked to the guy still. But if you believe the reports that are doing the rounds, we are red hot favourites to sign him. And West Ham have given us that boost by pulling out. We were the only two teams apparently in for him. And they've pulled out. So I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But I'd love to know what you think. And I'd love to know what you think on Samuel and Titty as well. Would you take him on a free? I'm not so sure on either of these two players. No, I like Samuel and Titty. I think he's decent. It's not quite La Liga, bruv. As for Benrahma, again, all the ability, all the skill, not really the level I think required for this football club. And I actually think players like Martinelli and Saka are already better than him. Maybe that's a bit outlandish and a bit out there. I don't know. Let me know. But leave it all in the comment section. I will be back about lunchtime tomorrow. So make sure you come and join in tomorrow. Don't forget, follow my Insta, LeagueGunner82. Links in the description for that and the other socials. And all have a wonderful evening, whatever it is you are doing on this Saturday evening. And I'll leave you in peace. Laters, peeps.